How's it going, everybody? You got Byson here, back with another British Premier League goalkeeper. One of my final ones I'm doing for now. This is Asmir Begovic, the goalie for Stoke City, who I got a lot of requests for. A lot of people seem to love this guy. Some people think he's the best buy in FIFA. Some think he's even the best goalie. And I'm going to review him for you guys to find out if he lives up to the hype that everyone has given him. He's the tallest goalie I have used yet at 6'6". He has 84 diving, 85 reflexes, and 80 positioning. So how does he live up to his stats in game? I think this is a pretty interesting goalkeeper to review, because in the past, he has been very tall, but his reflexes have been a little bit late. In this game, his reflexes seem to be a lot better with the 85 stat. In game, I think he reacts pretty well to shots, and I had a weird experience with him because a lot of the shots that went in on him, they were hard for him to save, and he would try to dive for it and save it with his leg, and he wouldn't really get a good angle on the ball, but most of the time it wasn't really his fault. So I tried to be as non-biased as possible. Even though he allowed a lot of goals for me, and I didn't like him, I try to see the positives because a lot of people have loved to play with this guy. What I saw from Asmir Begovic is good reflexes. The 85 reflexes, although it was hard to see in the beginning, he lived up to them in game. He could react pretty fast on one-on-one opportunities. Although he's very tall, very wide, takes up a lot of space in net, he still finds a way to react pretty quickly. You see how quickly he reacts on this shot? It's very, very fast. His 84 diving, I also think he lives up to that in game. He's 6'6", he's tall, he's like Courtois, so he's not going to be able to soar across the net like some 6-foot goalies. However, he does a good job of taking up a good amount of space. Again, he has long arms, he's very tall, and I felt like with his diving it wasn't a huge issue. He didn't really shock me with crazy dives across the net, but he's so tall he doesn't even need to. Like you saw in that last clip, he just has to put his hands up and make the stop. The height is definitely a huge hit with this guy. Usually goalies that are 6'6" and big like this guy can't react pretty fast. He does react pretty quickly. But as you saw in that last clip, the issue with his positioning is that it can be inconsistent. There are a lot of times where he leaves a little bit too much space to one side or the other. He allows a good amount of near post chances, which isn't really near post being OP like in previous games. It's just bad positioning on some shots. A lot of the times his reflexes can make up for it, but at the same time, you can see right here, great reflexes, but his positioning a little bit off. He's 80 positioning in game. He pretty much feels like it. That's not a great stat to have on a goalie. However, it's not necessarily bad. Look at this shot right here. And this is a shot that most goalies should save. I did not bring him out of net. However, what he did is that he took a little bit of a long time to get into position, and although his reflexes were on point, he was so busy getting into position that he was late in diving for the shot. You can see in all of these clips that even when he lets the ball in, he has good reactions. Even right here making a good save, even though his positioning might be a little bit off. And again right here, he just reacts quickly. You can get that vibe with this card. His diving and positioning are good. His positioning can be good because he takes up a lot of space. So on one-on-one angles like this one, he takes up good space and prevents the ball from going in. However, I'm just saying there can be times when his positioning would be inconsistent. Overall, and also his handling is fine. There was nothing wrong with that. He would catch some balls sometimes, didn't allow second chance opportunities. But overall, with this card, he's 1K. I found him to be better than Tim Howard because of his reactions. If you compare him to Courtois and Cech, though, I didn't see a huge difference. He's not as good as Thibaut Courtois, who I proclaimed earlier to be the best goalie in the Premier League. However, he is 1K. He's better than Tim Howard. I think Begovic is a good buy. I didn't see any huge flaws with him, even though his positioning can at times be a little bit inconsistent. For a final rating, I'm going to give Begovic a 9.1 out of 10, 0.1 better than Tim Howard. I feel like he's better than Tim Howard, one of the best in the Premier League. He's a good buy. He has that positioning issue, which isn't a huge thing, but something I noticed. But he's not as good as Courtois or Cech, based on what I have seen. But he's a good buy. You can get him for 1K. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'm going to have more out soon. Let me know what other requests you have on the comments. New Inform Team of the Week coming out this week. So see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.